I ordered 3 of these.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good to see you, Ken.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Real well.
You look good.
Quite keen. Thank you. You look fantastic right now.
Notice that pink.
It is October, fellas. We all love boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Do the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Support it.
Absolutely.
Support it.
Yep.
So, what's going on?
Oh, you know, just the huge, you know, crazy weekend of football.
Yeah.
My good friend, looks like you got some work done.
Yeah, I did.
You look good.
Yeah, I did.
You look good.
Betsy did a good job.
Especially since the fact, you know, she was in a neck brace.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It was a little hard for her to, you know, do all the maneuvers.
Sure,
but
sure.
She went straight black, which I'm fine with.
I like it. You look like you did when you were a freshman in high school. You know?
Yeah. Oh, those were the days.
That was, what, 12 years ago?
God, those were nice days. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Sure did love it. Working at Five Flags there.
Oh, family pack.
Oh,
Cheeseburgers.
God, that was nice.
It was a good time. My mom worked there, actually, for some time.
I remember that.
Remember, Sue You Betcha.
She was so wonderful.
She was a good lady.
So wonderful.
She's a good lady.
Sure could make a sandwich.
She could. She could.
And she never even asked me if I wanted bacon on it.
Just put it on there.
She just did it.
It's like she knows.
She was great.
Mm-hmm.
Not that she's dead or anything.
No, she's fine.
Right.
Makes a hell of a seafood salad.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm.
So, shall we get to the football?
Yeah, I suppose.
Any notes? How we doing on fees?
Well, fees are good, actually. I mean, this
Good.
might be the best year. The commish called me this afternoon and
Sure.
said there's only one man still left to pay, and I think we could all take a guess as to who that would be.
Oh, I think I know who that is.
Take your one guess.
I'm gonna go with Sean Green Osterman. is that who it is?
Yeah, Jay, man, I understand that you're working hard over there in Wyoming. You got lots of T-shirts to shoot into the stands of football games, and you're color commentating on the Pom Pom Championships and whatever. But hey,
I was a dog fight this year, by the way.
was it really?
I was.
Holy
I'll give him that one.
Smokes! Just pay the fucking fee, dude.
Absolutely.
It's not hard. I mean, God forbid you win a high points and don't actually get some money.
You know, and think about how much shorter these shows would be if we didn't spend 10 minutes on this segment talking about you.
By the end of the time, he's ready to just take a nap.
He might be kind of a diva. Maybe he just likes his name being said.
That could be.
Or maybe he just likes it when we talk about him, you know, other than his shitty football team.
Right. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
What a dick. Yeah, other than that, we're good.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I suppose we can comment on Peanut later. But
oh, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Maybe we should do it now. I hate being humbled.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, what do you do?
Really took the wood to us.
He really did.
I mean, we came at him hard last week,
Mm-hmm.
and he just took it to our faces.
I like to think of us more as motivators rather than critics.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Look, I mean, he used that anger against us.
My God.
You know. But, you know,
if we inspire...
Right.
I guess that's fine.
That's our job.
Not really what I intended to do there.
Right. But we do all good things.
Inspiration comes in all shapes and sizes, I guess.
It does.
Yeah. Alright, so overall we were, let's see, I was 12 and 12.
Right. I think I was nipping at your heels.
11 and 13.
11 and 13, yeah.
And we both picked the same exact games this week.
I kind of like that because it kind of, you know, we're a team here.
Yeah.
We're trying to tell you guys we know what we're talking about, so I guess we'll see how we did this week.
Sure.
See if we can illustrate that a little bit.
Alright, well, game one. Have at her.
Penn State Daycare, greatest name ever, versus Forget Favre. I remember last week I went against Penn State Daycare, and I was sad about it. And I was sad because I knew I'd be right, and he got beat. He got beat well by a very good opponent.
We went to the I mean, we typically go to the Northwestern after we're done filming just to kind of cool off. You know, when you're working this hard and you expend so much energy, you need something to wet your whistle.
Absolutely.
And you actually, after quite a few sarsaparillas,
you know I love my sarsaparilla.
You shed a tear because you had to pick against
I did. It's Dave is a good-looking man.
Great facial hair.
Big muscles. Great name for his team.
Right.
I didn't want to...
Creative draft styles.
Well, absolutely. He's a go-getter, real bold mover.
Yeah. Really appreciate his style of play.
I like to see him win, but there's times where my job makes me a little sad because I just know better.
Right. I'll tell you, his points against average is awfully high as well.
It is.
And his 1-4 now record doesn't really reflect how well he's played so far.
I mean, you can get so unlucky. You can catch a bad division. You can just catch the wrong guys. You can get bye week fucked.
Yep.
I feel.
I mean, quite simply, he plays Ryan Matthews here instead of Jackie Battle.
Sure.
He's in contention.
Absolutely.
You know, you can't really fault him.
No.
I mean, you know, Henry, you just continue to make me proud, and I know I again spoke with the commission. He's elated. He's elated that he's not cursing you any longer. That you're doing this on your own without his poor judgment affecting your outcomes.
Things are going a different way for the commission lately.
He's happy. He's happy for
That's
you.
Good.
Henry.
Yeah.
Just got married.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
I believe a couple weeks ago, Henry tied the knot.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe
it's fantastic.
Maybe it's your year. You know, who knows?
All good things.
Yeah, I don't think.
Absolutely.
I mean, Dave, your 70% starting percentage, rough. You know, again, you turn that around, maybe you get a win.
One other thing, I mean, there's plenty of fellas on the waiver wire right now. You just got to look for them. I think it's time to pull the old plug on Austin Collie.
Sure.
You know, I mean, he's a nice man.
Great. BYU kid.
Yep.
Religion.
You know, he always sends me a gift.
Does he?
Every year for my anniversary.
That's wonderful.
He's very nice, but it's time to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna play.
Yeah, he's been on IR for about 2 weeks. I don't think you really intend on keeping him next year.
No.
So you might want to dip and duck, as they say, at the moment.
When this Brandon LaFell character gets more points than that guy, I think.
Yeah, it's time.
Just get someone else. They're out there.
Yeah, plenty of warm bodies.
But I think that's enough on this one.
Sure.
Good win by Chris.
Yep.
They hang in there.
Good job, Atticus. Next one we got naked pull-ups, tasteless platypi.
This was a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
I love these 2-2 battles.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. This is a big swing here.
I always, last week I mentioned I was a little scared to take the platypi because I feel like I go with them too much.
You do a little bit.
I do, but the thing is, he didn't let me down this week. This is a game he needs to win. You know, to get to 3-2. You know, and he won really well actually.
Yeah. Hey,
what a score!
780. Can't beat that.
Didn't let me down a bit. I love it. I love this Trent Richardson kid. You know, it's a good squad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got DeMarco Murray on bye, Stafford on bye, and you still throw 780 out there.
Right. I mean, that's what you got to do on these heavy bye weeks. You know, sometimes you lose two really good guys, and it's very tough to battle. But 780.
Right. You're scared shitless going in, and
most people can't beat that.
Yep.
So that's awesome.
Matty, I'm going to tell you, you're trending upward. Really like that. Danny, you know, again, same thing. Your 2-3 record doesn't reflect how good this team really is.
No, I mean, I can't believe he's not 5-0 just looking at these quarterbacks. I mean, every time I look at these, I start roster baiting a little bit.
Yeah.
I wish this was my team.
Right. I mean, Alfred Morris has been great.
Fantastic.
The problem with your receivers is, you know, the hit or miss action.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Torrey Smith, great player.
Sure.
You know, he's hit or miss though.
He's going to blow up one week and he's just not going to get a lot of action the next.
D-Jack is the same way.
Yeah, I mean, these two receivers aren't good when they're on the radar. Some are really good when they're on the radar.
Right.
But some of these guys, they just need to be below it in order to shine. And I think that's really what you got with these guys. It's just, you know, they're going to do great half the time.
Right.
Yeah.
You just need, I mean, it's maybe plug one of those guys in, plug someone else that's a little more consistent in just to make sure you get some production. But then again, if they both blow up, it pretty much guarantees you a win.
Yeah, and
tough call.
they have the potential to blow up together or
Tough call.
together, you know?
Tough call.
That's rough. But that's good squad, though.
Yep.
Good job, Manny. You didn't let me down, and I appreciate you.
Right.
Making me look good.
Good job, bud. Next one, TDs and beer, 2-2.
Right.
At Shiva Blast 1-3. We both went with TDs and beer here.
We did, and we were very, very correct, which I like.
Yep, so we're 3-0 at this point.
3-0 at this point.
That's
we
good time.
started off hot. I mean, this is a good squad. Philip Rivers had a pretty good game.
Yep.
You can't fault a guy for starting RG3.
He got hurt.
And he still won, even though one of his quarterbacks, and it's probably one of the most important players in these kind of leagues.
Yep.
Gets hurt, so.
Yeah, he was. I mean, in fact, he's still leading the overall points as an individual.
And if he would have had a normal game, this probably would have been a 7-28.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, this is a good squad. You know, Anquan Bolden, the great Reggie Wayne. Who would have thought? What a great day.
Holy smokes.
It's just one of those days where you just have that guy and you just kick back and you just get drunk.
It's a career day.
Because you're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like a guy on your team stepped in big when a guy get hurt. I love that.
Benny, you just continue to get it done. I mean, 3-2 now. Shiva, you knew this was going to be a tough year after sacrificing this year's draft to go for all the chips last year. Obviously Foster helps, but you're just kind of piecing things together right now, and that's okay.
I don't like your quarterbacks. I don't think Andrew Luck's going to score a 116 next week.
Well,
I don't like him.
Right, I do like him.
Okay.
I think he's. I mean, every week he's improving.
Sure.
I don't I don't think he's going to put up 100 points every week.
I don't. I think it was an emotional day
Right.
for them against a very terrible Green Bay Packers secondary.
Yep.
I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's going to get better, but I just don't see him putting up 116 next week.
No, I agree. I
don't like Kevin Cobb. I said this last year. I don't understand why everyone had such a weird Cobb boner. I thought he was garbage. He is.
Kind of Romo-esque. I mean, with that face. Just looks like he's breathing out of his mouth a little bit.
Shiva, you're also a little unlucky, and I don't blame you for this, for Steven Jackson right now. Every time I look at the TV at a Rams game, that fucker is standing on the sidelines. Yeah. He's standing on there too much, and he could get a lot of yards. He runs like a goddamn tank.
Runs hard.
And I don't understand why they don't play him more. I mean, and you have to start him. It's so frustrating. So that's rough.
Yeah,
Shiva. That's really rough.
Yeah, I mean Bennett. Bennett got hurt. Kind of played a little wacky there as well. Hartline didn't do what he's.
You're not going to follow, the thing I wouldn't have played Hartline, you're not going to follow 200 plus yards and a touchdown with 150 something with a touchdown.
Yeah.
You're too on top of the radar.
Right. The Akeem Nicks injury is hurting you a little bit, but again, I mean, you're just trying to piece it together at this point, so I wouldn't freak out.
It's not over, but we gotta start making some better moves.
Yeah. Got some things to do.
Yeah. A little bit of work.
Next one.
We had the Ronda Beatty's Heroes versus the Harry Boys. This is a good matchup. This is a divisional matchup.
A big one.
Both of them 2-2. I like the boys in this matchup, but they fell short. Fell real short. Jimmy Graham did not do what he typically does.
Yeah, got hurt as well.
Kind of thought Roethlisberger and Jones-Drew would play a little better.
Yeah, just kind of a shitty week.
Right. I mean this was a winnable game.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, these are the ones where you have a shitty week and it's close enough and you can just escape with the win and you don't. I mean,
exactly. And their squad was pretty up to par this week. It's just they didn't show up.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Sure.
I mean, it's just one of those weeks.
One of those weeks.
I would say Rhonda, similar thing. I mean, you didn't have a good week, but you hope to escape.
And those are the ones you just need to win. It gets you through the hard times.
Yep. Owen Daniels is big. Percy sure is shaping up.
Wow, I did not expect that. He was surprising to me out of the gate.
I really thought that he would. I mean, I thought he'd be good, but man, is he good.
And the Vikings are playing well. I mean, no one really.
Yep.
I didn't expect him to win 4 games all year.
Yeah, I mean,
We didn't know about AP. That was dumb.
Right.
He's
Ponder. He's like a little dude. I mean,
sure, and playing pretty decent.
Really well.
Harvin doesn't seem to have any head issues this year.
Yep.
So
yeah, they're playing well.
So that was the first one we got wrong, huh?
Yeah.
3-1.
3-1.
That's okay.
Yeah, nothing hurt. Nothing hurt.
Okay.
Next one, MGH at I don't even know what the fucking abbreviation. UGB. UGB. UJB.
UJB?
J-Man.
UJB. Yeah.
It's such a good name, but
you're not going to stick with that. Like, are you just going to change your name every week? Maybe you should just do that.
I just feel sad about it a little bit.
Change your name to Irrelevant Guy.
Well.
Low points this week.
Yeah.
And I was hard on you last week.
Yeah. I mean, this one was, it's funny, these two were the lowest scoring teams in the league.
Just battle of the suck.
Just terrible.
It's like when Cleveland plays teams like Cincinnati or something, which I think is coming up this week.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you ever watch just those suck bowls, which usually result in a lot of points because they're both so shitty. This was the opposite. These, good God, I mean, if I guess sometimes you get the right matchups because Kamish got a stroke of luck playing the one guy shittier than him this week.
Big time.
However, if I were playing against Sean Green, I'd feel pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, that was it. I mean, pretty much the Kamish The commish just watched Sean Green sit on the sidelines and eat a ham sandwich.
Oh, he must have been so happy.
It was insane. That Monday Night Football game, J-Man needed pretty much, like, literally, all he needed Sean Green to do was put down the ham sandwich and he'd walk onto the field and he'd win. And it just didn't happen for him.
Trivia question.
Sure.
In the last 36 games, how many times has Sean Green rushed for over 100 yards?
36 games?
In the last 36 games.
So 2 years and 4 games.
Yes, sir.
I mean...
So 2 seasons and a quarter.
I know he had a good game week 1, but I'm going to go with... I mean, it's got to be under 5.
It's under 5.
I'll go 4.
You were so close. It's actually 3. Think suckier when you think Sean Green.
That's crazy.
He's so bad.
That's crazy.
He's so bad. I mean, he scored the lowest on your team other than your 2 kickers.
Yeah. I mean, Sean Green's bad, J-Man. All those deals you tried to work last year, maybe this year somebody will actually bite on one. I'd recommend trying to figure something out. So there we are. Commish is now 2 and 3. That's a streak, boys. That's a streak.
We got a streak?
Yeah, we got a streak.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
J-Man's 2 and 3. This one was great. This one was an exciting game.
Did you put this one on your big screen?
I was pumped about this one.
I did.
Yeah, I was pumped. Bad News Bears 3-1. Daddy Long Dick 3-1.
I predicted Daddy Long Dick to start going down.
Yeah, me too.
I could not have been more wrong.
Yeah.
I suppose I owe him a little bit of an apology.
Yeah, high points there.
High points.
Although a 98 start percentage, I mean, you know, what are you supposed to? He had a 98% start percentage. Okay, not like Douglas could have done anything with it, but I still refuse to believe this team is anything spectacular. When your 2 starting running backs put up a combined 20 points in a high point league.
It's everything we believe in.
Seriously. I just don't understand.
It's one of those stupid, like, fantasy god-defying games. You know, and really, he beats the champion, too.
Yeah. Just strange.
I bet you he has a real Daddy Long Dick right now, because good God, he couldn't have gotten any luckier.
I'll say this, Peanut. Sometimes the gods just need to smile on you, and this might be your year.
Yeah, it could be.
The gods may just fucking smile on you.
Yeah, don't for a minute think you're just that good.
Because you're not.
Something else loves you.
Right. There's no... Alex Smith scoring $180.
What? How the hell does that even happen?
I mean, are you kidding me?
Chris Johnson and Jock Jizz put up a combined 20. Who the fuck is Andrew Hawkins?
I don't know.
God damn it!
I don't know. Is he a bird?
Maybe. Ooh. He'd probably be a cool looking bird.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know who he is.
Wes Welker is back.
Yeah, he is.
The Ageless Wonder puts up $160.
He is very good.
Jesus.
And that Bears defense. I mean, every week they get a touchdown.
Nobody gets like 100+ points from their defense more than like once.
Right.
And he's doing it all the time.
Peanut, we'll just cover it later.
Whatever sort of deal you made with whatever deity you follow. Yeah. Good one.
I mean,
good one.
Good Lord. So, we're both 4 and 2 that week.
That's a pretty good week.
Yeah, 15 and 15 for you, Ken. Back at the 500.
I like being there.
16 and 14 for me.
Yeah, definitely. You're going in the right direction.
Feel good.
I'm coming after you though.
Yeah, you are.
I think we're gonna go a little opposite.
I think so too.
I'm not gonna let us pick the same ones.
Right.
This week.
Absolutely not.
But we got a good interview coming up.
We do.
I'm actually really excited. We have Luke Lee in the studio today. He's the owner of Rhonda Beatty's Heroes, coming off a big divisional win against the league's dumbest duo, the Harry Boys. I'm excited to hear what he has to say about that.
Yep. Last week we had the champ. This week we have the runner-up. So
this is the guy who typically scores a lot of points as well.
Yeah.
So this is pretty heavy. So I guess without any further ado, we're going to go to you live via the Northwestern Finest Sandwich Hotline with our exclusive interview with Luke Lee. We'll see you in a few minutes.
There you have it, boys.
All right, Rendezvous fans, we're here via the Northwestern Finest Sandwich Hotline with Luke Lee. He is the owner of Rhonda Beatty's Heroes. Luke coming off a big win this week over the Harry Boys. I guess my first question to you, Luke, is tell me the story of the name of your franchise, Rhonda Beatty's Heroes. What is that? I have no idea.
Well, Rhonda Beatty was a classmate of ours, class of 2000.
Okay.
Smoking hot.
Sure.
Yep. And,
Prom queen or?
Very close.
Okay.
Yep. I always wanted her. Always wanted to just get with her.
Sure. She's kind of like the Shiva, if you will.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. You know, she's just an idol to me.
So I mean, what happened? Did you ever step up to the plate or just?
I was nervous. Her dad was a janitor in the school district, and I was afraid. I was afraid. So.
Carrying those brooms around.
He was. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Is he an intimidating guy?
Very intimidating.
Okay. Sure.
I'm surprised you're not friends with her on Facebook. She's out there.
You know how I am with Facebook. I mean, I'm all over that.
I mean, as soon as she caught wind of this show, she added me.
No kidding.
Maybe.
No kidding. Can you betcha?
Yeah.
Rhonda,
I don't know.
Miss Beatty, is she married now? Do we know her story?
I don't know, but hey, Rhonda, how you doing?
Hey.
Call me.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, good to see you again.
Nice to see
It's
you
been
too.
quite a while with your baby and your marriage. A lot of things going on there. Haven't seen you
Got
in
a lot
quite
of
some
shit
time.
going on.
You find time to bowl though,
I do.
every now and again.
Yep.
How's it been going?
Great.
Yeah.
Pretty much a pro. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Fantastic. What's your average?
207.
That's adorable.
Yep.
That is adorable.
Yep.
Yeah, you got up there this year.
I did. Yep.
That's a good average.
Yep. Cut down on the drinking at the bowling, and
Sure. That helps.
average went up.
Yeah, imagine that.
Crazy.
Want to go
Yeah.
further? There's a video with me teaching bowling you can rent for at your local video store. Oh, sure. Yep, it's out there.
Avid bowler.
Yeah,
I know what just happened? 10 pins just fell down.
Whoa.
That's my four. I'm four.
Alright, let's get on with the interview.
You're a man of business. I like that. I like it. I respect you. You just came off a big win over the Harry boys.
I sure did.
First off, you got anything to say to those two jokers?
Just that they're two douchebags.
They really are.
Mhm.
They're ugly guys.
Yep.
That's a big division win. You're on the right track.
Yep.
What was the key to your success this week?
Well, I actually had a pretty shitty week, and I played a shitty team, so
That's-
that equals a
I
win
guess,
for
I
me.
guess that's the time to have a shitty week, when you play against a couple of stooges.
Yep.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
I had a scrub team with my bye weeks, and
Well, it's always good to get a win with your bye weeks. So
Yep.
Good for you. Good job.
I got a tough week this week too.
Where do you play? I don't even know who you play yet.
I don't know either, but I know that the Bears have a
Oh,
So
yeah, they'll do
out
it.
with Forte, and so I picked up some scrub. I don't even know who he is from Detroit,
Sure.
and that's who with Jamal Charles, which
Yeah.
Well, if you can push through the hard bye weeks, you'll be just fine. You already got a good lead on your division right now, so that was a good win.
yeah,
Let's talk about the squad then. I mean, Flacco, Romo, Miles
Yeah.
Austin, Charles, of course, has been awesome. I don't remember who your other receiver is. What do we got? Oh, Percy. Can't
Percy
forget
Harvin,
about
yeah.
Percy.
God,
Owen Daniels has been spectacular.
yep, got him off a trade this year.
But how does it make you feel that your best player, without question, is Jason Hansen?
I really don't care.
I
I
mean-
mean, scoring me points, and
I mean, what is he, number 3 in the league?
Yep.
Like, I mean, unbelievable.
Yep.
Jason fucking Hansen, ladies and gentlemen.
It's ageless.
what
Yeah.
happens?
You're gonna ride that son of a bitch to a title.
I mean, wouldn't you? I mean,
I guess I would.
yeah.
I guess I would.
And he's still around for a reason. That's a good pick by you.
Mhm.
And kickers are kind of huge in this league.
Yeah, a lot of points.
I mean, on that subject, we've had a controversy for a couple of years now over this mystery man drafting your squad. I mean, I can't fault you for it. I mean, Lord knows Casey Weibel and has drafted Spud and who's the other Benny's teams
yep.
for years. So I mean, we can't really fault you for that.
No,
I'm just wondering, is it time to reveal the Magic Man? Do you want to give the fella credit? It's up to you. I'm just giving you this stage, this opportunity to give your boy.
actually,
Credit.
you know what? I'm not going to.
Good for you. Good for you. You know what?
Do you at least take him out for a hams? Like after last year.
I actually bought him a 1.75 of Jack to draft my team.
Oh really?
Yep.
That's awfully nice of you.
Yeah.
I can't fault a man that at least, because Lord knows Spud's not giving Weibel anything for drafting his team,
Nope.
right?
So, I mean, I did pay him back.
That's a manly thing to do.
And then if I do win the league, we made a bet or a deal that if I win, he gets another
Sure.
bottle of Jack.
That's
So,
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's not bad for him.
No.
I like it. You know, and you remind me of like an actual football franchise owner. You just went out and hired a GM. You're a busy guy.
Yeah.
You know, you got stuff going on. You're bowling. You know, you got
A
a kid. You know,
Mhm.
that's really smart. Go and hire a prodigy.
Yeah, I don't have time to look
You
up all
don't,
this shit.
and you're getting it done. That's brilliant.
Yep.
These idiots can't do it by themselves anyway. Just
Right.
go and find the guy.
Mhm.
Yep.
I love your style.
So looking at your situation, 3-2, a 675 points for a week.
Yeah.
Your points against last week it was 740. This week you're looking at 698, which is still absurd.
It is.
You got Benny breathing down your neck, 3-2, and the THB is still at 2-3. I mean, it's really anybody's division.
It's a tight division, yeah.
How do you feel? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about your odds going forward?
I feel pretty good. I mean, once I get past this week, I think I'm got pretty much smooth sailing. So it's gonna, as long as no injuries and Romo doesn't suck ass like he has.
Holy fuck!
It's a little bit of a gamble.
Yep, it is a gamble.
I'm not
but
a big fan, as we know.
I gotta do what I gotta do. So.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I picked you or not, but I mean, I really like your team.
You do? You guys really were.
It's annoying. I hate it. I hate the fact that you have this kid draft your squad. But whatever. I mean, whatever it takes to win, I guess.
Yep.
You got any? Do you want me to keep going, or do you want to go?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong here. Were you the runner-up?
I was the runner-up. Yes.
How much do you hate Doug Street right now?
Well, I want to slap those Waldo glasses off his face.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry, Doug, but yeah, I mean, it's just.
He's a stylish fucking guy, though. I mean, those bitches are stylish.
I wouldn't say that.
Do you want to punch him?
Yep.
Still? Do you? I mean, how upsetting was that? I mean, so you make it that. I mean, okay, let's just put this into context for you guys. What is this your third year in the league?
I think it's my fourth.
I'm
not sure. Fourth.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Maybe it's your fourth.
Yep. So Luke comes in. His first 2 years are absolutely the worst fantasy years you could ever imagine. Like
That's when I drafted my own team.
Right.
Yeah.
Just the scariest, most awful years in fantasy football I've ever seen in competition.
Rondo 80's zeros.
I mean, pretty much. Right. Right. Just disgusting. Now, kid comes in, huge turnaround. Rodgers, boners everywhere, sex machine.
Yep.
Okay. You get to the title game after literally raping the league. I mean, Doug had a great year. I thought up until the playoffs, because you were hot, and then Forte got hurt.
Yep.
When Forte gets hurt, you think you still have a shot. I mean, you got Rodgers having an amazing year.
Yep.
You play that championship game. How do you feel afterwards? I mean, what does that actually feel like? I've never personally lost a championship game, so I don't know what that feels like.
I wonder what the other side's like.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
It was bittersweet because I could have won if I would have played the right guys.
Oh, that's gotta be frustrating.
Yeah. You know, and it was just.
There's nothing worse than that.
I don't care. I still got money.
Sure.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah, you
kind of
did.
took it on the chin.
You did make some money last
I made
year.
money. That's all that matters.
Trophy
Which
would have
is-
been nice,
right.
though.
I don't care. I still. You can't buy anything with the trophy.
Oh, okay.
Trophy doesn't buy a diaper, so.
Bragging
Okay.
rights doesn't pay the bills.
Nope.
It's all right. That's all right.
Well, so on that note, when you're setting your lineup every week, checking out who you're going to play, who is the team that you see that you're most afraid of? Is there a team that you see it, you're playing this squad and you're like, oh god.
I hate to say it because Doug said it last week, but there's not really any. I mean, this league is so. If one guy gets a big play,
It's just
It's
right.
sure.
It's a crapshoot.
yeah. So not really. I mean, anything can happen. So.
Yeah. Okay. Who do you see, and you think, done, I win? Like you're not even worth. Like you might as well just.
I actually thought that with Mrs. Garrett's Heroes, but that didn't happen. I actually lost. But the other team I would have to say is. I have to say the Harry Boys because I did beat them twice this year already, didn't I? Yeah.
Twice this year already.
Yeah.
I think he smacked him up twice already.
Yeah.
Holy balls.
I mean,
wow, that's a good time for you. Get that out of the way right away, and
Big division wins there. They have no idea what they're doing.
Nope.
So that's almost like just a freebie. For
yeah.
them.
And you think they have two guys on the team that they could do
Right.
something.
I
with,
got two guys, and then it equals like half a brain.
Yeah.
You know.
a lot of hair. I mean, like
Right.
a third person hair, but
Yeah.
But
really
just-
no. Yeah, it's a shame.
Yep.
Well, you got any more questions, or should we let them?
I'm really interested in just hearing you talk. I want to hear what you got to say.
All right.
Yeah, give whoever you want as much of a hard time as you can, and that's that.
Okay. Well, I didn't give this much thought because I was busy and
Much like your draft.
yeah.
Ooh, snap.
I'm sorry. We joke here.
Are you done?
I'm done. It's your time. It's your time.
Shut up.
Yep.
Okay. So, here it is. Yeah, I had a guy draft my team. But you know what? I don't really care. I'm still beating. I'm still getting the high points. The power ranking, I'm still number 1.
God damn.
Yep. And, you know, and I just don't understand why you guys just like, hate me. You absolutely hate me.
It's so funny.
No one likes a winner, buddy.
Yep.
That is
I mean,
really what
Really
it
what
is.
it boils down to.
And, you know, I know with Mrs. Garrett's Heroes that we've had some past fantasy football years where, like, he made some awful trades to me, like Adrian Peterson for, like...
We're dipping back into the 70s here.
Yeah, but, I mean, I still think that he holds this grudge on me.
He does. I can tell you, he called me before this interview and he said, you know what, you just tell Luke that Megatron for Adrian Peterson trade... I'm just going to shape it up for you. So this is, what, 2006, I think?
I think so, yeah.
The commish trades Adrian Peterson as a rookie to Luke for, he needed wide receiver help, and Adrian hadn't really done anything yet. Trades him. The next week, that very weekend, he plays Chicago and runs for 296 yards.
And I do think I rode him all the way to the championship and won it that year.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
And did I not beat Mrs. Garrett's Heroes in the championship?
You
I
did.
can't remember. Yeah,
You did.
That
That is,
happened.
I mean, the commish will never let that go. He'll never let it go. So that's
I'm never gonna let it go either.
Right, as you should.
No.
As you should.
I brought that up to the commissioner once and he broke a beer bottle over my head. He was upset.
Yep, you know.
Yep.
Shit happens.
So yeah, I mean, heck of a. I mean, you do good work, and I'll tell you this: my love for you really grew after that peanut debacle when he was complaining about points.
Oh yeah.
And you hopped right on there on the message board.
Shut him
and
right up.
Just fucking shut up, peanut.
Yep.
I personally was impressed with that. I loved it, and it was nice to see you out
You know, we're all in the same league. Bitching about the points doesn't matter.
there. We all know the points, don't we?
Yep.
I mean, you'd think. I mean, again, I don't even fucking play in the league, but I know the point system.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I know the
I
bylaws.
read the bylaws.
Right. So
That's all it takes, you know.
it's just not that hard.
No.
You know.
No.
Well, all right. You want any further rants? Anything you want to say to the league? Non-rantish at all.
No, it's a fun league. The show is great. Appreciate the time you guys are putting in this. And Doug, get rid of the glasses. That's pretty much all I gotta say. I mean, really, man.
It looks like a warm hat.
It is warm.
You like
I'm
that?
sweating, actually.
Are you really
Yeah.
a little bit? It is hot in the studio.
It is.
warm.
Yep.
2 weeks
The
ago it was
lights.
freezing.
Finally got the
it's-
heat fixed.
Woo.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I'll tell you, I really enjoyed this. We have 2 consecutive weeks of really enjoyable interviews.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Luke, this has been fantastic. You know, despite what we say about you, sir, you are a winner. That's hard to get along with people like you.
It's great to have you.
Ugh.
It's great to have
Thanks
you.
for having me, guys.
Well, we got Ken, Tripp, here on the Finest Sandwich Hotline. Thanks for coming in, Luke.
We'll get back to you with the Week 6 predicts. And there you have it.
Pretty darn good interview.
Well spoken.
I really, really enjoyed that.
He was a great guest. We've been knocking him out of the park with people showing up here in the studio.
Really did a good job. I'd like to point out that I've spent a little time with Luke off camera, and I think he was wearing that hat because he's balding a little bit.
Oh no!
Yeah. Sorry, I let the cat out of the bag, but
I mean, some people think it looks distinguished.
right,
Just
aged.
absolutely.
You know, you look smarter.
Smarter.
Worked for Costanza.
Oh, it really did.
Yeah, I mean,
Not to mention, who cares for losing your hair? You got a wife and kid. I don't know, what do you got to prove?
apparently a distinguished fantasy football career.
Right,
You know,
right.
so
I feel like most real football team owners too are bald or balding. That's kind of what he is.
sure, that's all they have left. You know,
Right.
Really.
That's kind of how you do it.
Yeah. Heck of a bowler.
He's a great bowler. I mean, it's cute. He's got a 207 average.
Yeah.
I do give lessons.
Yeah.
I do. I do.
Right.
You know what happened one time? I broke my wrist. You know what happened to me?
What'd you do?
I got a fucking spare.
No shit.
Yeah. Had to throw a fucking spare.
I mean,
Goddamn
I'm
embarrassing.
not gonna fault you for it.
No, dude, it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
It hurt so bad.
Well,
I had the thing won. I mean,
right.
but that's all right. Speaking of hair, I totally give you permission to wash that temper dye out of your hair because I miss the smile that went along with that fantastic haircut.
The flowing locks.
I mean,
yeah.
Women are always attracted to the sexy older guys.
A little salt and pepper. Sure.
You are 27, but you look older.
Yeah.
You look a little older in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah, I miss it too. I'm not gonna lie to you about that.
Bring that back.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
All right.
Only did this to prove a point.
Right. And you proved it. You win.
I think so.
Yeah.
What do you say we jump into the week 6 predicts,
Sure.
huh? I'm
Let's do
excited for this week. We got the 2 and 3 naked pull-ups versus the 3 and 2 bad news bears. How about you, Trip? I'm gonna have to go with the champs on this one. Yep.
I'm going the other way.
I like your style.
Yeah.
I like your style.
I know Breeze is on bye, but
Sure.
I just I look at the champs. You know, Texans D playing the Packers, and the Packers are going to put up points.
Right.
A lot of Qs, a lot of questionables in his lineup right now.
Yeah, big injury to that Texas defense this week.
I'm going to need to see. What's going on with Peterson and Andre, and again, he's starting a Jet.
Yes, he's starting a Jet. That's always a risk. Always a risk. But you may be the only Jet worth anything at the moment.
That's true. I mean,
I understand your logic.
Yeah. What are you seeing?
Well, what I really like in this is the Cleveland Browns aren't going to lose every week. They're at home. It's a divisional game. I feel they're moving up. I mean, they haven't been winning, but they've been flaring out of the gate early, and I kind of like where they're going. So I like Brandon Weeden right now.
Okay.
On the other side, of course, of that game, you got Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. I had a great day against the Browns when I played those 3 games in the NFL. I had a great game against the Browns. It was my best one. So everybody has a good day against the Browns. I think Andre Johnson is just going to work over that shitty Packers secondary. This is going to be close. I'm not even going to feel bad if I get this one wrong, but I got to go with the champs on this one. Naked pull-ups, they seem to have kind of bad luck. Champs seem to have good luck, so I'm going to go with that.
I just think some of those big play guys are due on Danny's squad.
Sure.
I mean, we're going to have to see, but that's why we play.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good one, though.
Yep.
It's going to be a good one.
Next one, we got Penn State at 1 and 4 going against Tasteless at 3 and 2. I'm going to take Penn State.
You go with Penn State, huh? I'm going to disagree with you.
You're going to stick with your boys, huh?
I called out Tasteless, and they did nothing but please me.
Yeah, he rewarded you.
Every way. Every way.
Every way?
Every single way. Oh, yeah. I got a boner out of them winning.
All right. Sure. All right.
Sure.
Gotcha. So give it to me. What are you seeing?
Well, okay. I like Andy Dalton against the Browns. I mean, this is these are 2 shitty teams. I said this earlier. They like to beat up on each other. Yeah. I just think they're going to be a lot of running, a lot of passing, a lot of high scoring, and basically whoever has the ball last or has the least amount of turnovers is going to win this game. So I think Andy Dalton, who's been putting up very good points,
right, no
is
question,
going to have a good game. We got Peyton Manning in a big divisional matchup, and I think the Chargers are dog shit. Just dog shit.
Sure.
Murray coming off the bye. Trent Richardson, I love. Julio was back this last week. I really like this squad.
Sure.
I just see them winning.
I don't blame you. I mean, I would say, Tom Brady, I know he's heading across the nation, but if there's one thing that Belichick and Tom like to do is it's take it to teams.
Yeah, they do.
They're going to take pride going into that fucking black hole
in
Seattle and just giving it to the 12th man, I feel like.
I think so too. That's a great idea.
I think Pierre is ready to come back. I'm a little nervous if RG3 isn't there. But, I think Davies due. And Matty, you've been playing well. I just think it says a lot when he's willing to start Dalton and Peyton over Stafford. I mean, it says a
struggling.
lot.
I don't know if bold move.
And I don't disagree with you when you say that the Browns and the Bengals are going to beat up on each other. But Joe Hayden's coming back off his suspension this week.
Very true.
And I don't know if I'm sure he's going to be on AJ Green. So. Dalton's going to have to go elsewhere if he wants to score these high points. And that Hawk, the bird is out there, but he's only been doing it for 5 games.
True.
So I'm a little nervous. But, same thing. I mean, Julio could put up 250 points this week. I don't know.
That's an excellent analysis by you. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We'll see what happens.
I'm excited. Speaking of, credit your team's kind of beating up on each other. We got some losing records going against each other, but these are the guys who are really scrapping and fighting. We got the Commish versus Shiva Blast.
Yep.
Shiva Blast.
Yep. Commish at 2-3, Shiva at 1-4. I don't know. This is a tough one.
I came to this one not necessarily based on just the players, but just momentum right now. And I think the Commish is just moving in the right direction. Now that Michael Vick's fumbling problem has been made aware to the general public, I bet you he doesn't do it this game. Jesus. I bet you he's going to protect the ball better. He might not throw for 1,000,000 yards or even rush for that many, but I bet you he avoids the turnovers. And I think he's just going to put up a solid performance. I think Christian Ponder, who's been red hot lately, I think he's going to do well. I just like this quarterback matchup versus Kevin Cobb, who I think is garbage. And I think Andrew Luck was just playing an emotional game against a really, really shitty pass defense. There's no way Reggie Wayne is getting that many points this week. Right. And I think the commissioner takes this one rather easily, actually.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. Not necessarily in the easy part, but I'm going to go with the Commish as well. I never like to see the quarterback-receiver combo.
Right.
I don't think it's a terrible play.
It's high risk, high reward.
It's just so high risk.
It is. It is. I'd love to maybe do a little research and just see what the success rate
I would too.
on that idea is.
I would too.
Because no offense, I just don't think it's high. I could be way wrong.
Unless you're talking about the hottest quarterback paired with a spectacular receiver.
Like Brady Moss.
Right.
That one.
Right, a few years ago.
Sure.
Right. That's, it's just a risky play, and Hernandez coming back. I love Hernandez.
Sure.
I hope he plays well.
We'll see how much action he gets.
I hope he plays. I just want to see him out there.
Belichick's kind of a fuck, though. Everyone might think he's going to get 100 passes. Watch them all go to Welker or Gronk, or maybe even Brandon Lloyd, who hasn't been doing that much lately.
Yeah.
So, Belichick's a fucking asshole when it comes to our world, the fantasy football world. Right. I don't like him.
Yeah. Arian Foster, can't say enough about him. Sure. I just really think that he's the only thing that Shiva has to really put a crutch on.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is, too, I don't know about you, but I have Steven Jackson in a few leagues, and I'm just getting so angry about seeing him standing on the fucking sidelines.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right here. I think that Vic, over-under, what's your over-under on the turnover? 2? I'll give you an over-under of 2. You taking the over or the under? You taking the under this week?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not with the under.
I don't know.
For sure. Actually.
I'm to the point where I watch Vic and it's just, I'm waiting.
We're talking fumbles or interceptions.
Either or. Turnovers in general. 1.5, let's say the over-under's at.
Ooh, that's funny. I was hoping you...
Let's say 1.5.
I was hoping you raise it by a half, and then I'm going to take the over.
It's just freaky.
Shit happens. Passes get deflected. And it just blows.
But that's where we are.
I think I would think he'd get 3 interceptions this week before he gets 1 fumble.
Sure.
I think he's been made aware of the problem.
Yeah.
And once these things become public, they get kind of jinxed.
Right.
And I think he'll protect the ball when it's in his hand.
Yeah.
When it's in his hand.
I hope so.
So
it's tough to watch him at this point.
Well, especially being a Vic enthusiast, that's a lot of times you bank your season on that guy.
Yeah. But you're right. I think the sum of the parts for MGH this week just outweigh Arian Foster and the Cobb Fitzy combination there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Next one we got TDs and Beer at 3-2 at Forget Favre 4-1.
Oh, this is kind of rough because there's a question mark right now about RG.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen there.
I feel like he might put up 50 points if he doesn't play. So you might just have that.
You think Fantasy Jesus just shines the light on him?
He's so good though.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Very good.
And I like him.
Yeah, I do too.
Baylor guy. That's just funny. He seems nice.
Yep.
We should have him on the show.
I like him a lot. Yeah.
We should.
I'll put Therese on that and see if she can.
Yeah, we should get her on that. Absolutely. I'm gonna go with Henry though. I am.
He's hot.
He's just doing well. I'm kind of reverse jinxing myself here. I always say when a receiver has a great game, he's not gonna have
Same game.
Another one. Only thing is we got 2 of those guys in this matchup.
Yep.
So I'm basically just going to go with who I think is the better quarterback, and you probably don't even agree with me, even though it's Andrew Luck versus Eli Manning. I'm just going to say Victor Cruz has a better game than Reggie Wayne.
Sure.
I like the running backs. Yeah, I don't like to go against Ray Rice. He's so good. Ahmad Bradshaw was amazing last week. I just like this team a smidgen better. This is going to be a great matchup. Just literally a smidgen. I hope TD Zabir isn't offended by me not picking them because I really like their team this week. I just think Forget Favre has just a little bit better.
Okay.
I mean, especially if RG doesn't play.
Yeah, I mean that's the big thing. I'm gonna. Everything I'm hearing, they say that he wants to play and that he's probably gonna play, but we haven't gotten that.
We haven't seen anyone clear him.
No
like,
clear.
Somebody has to clear him, and it's getting late.
For me, I'm gonna take TDs and beer just based on the match. Anytime I see San Fran, I get scared. I just get scared. So, Victor and Bradshaw are running into the juggernaut this week. And
they are.
Jordy Nelson just hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything.
Packers are fired up, but we'll see what they do.
I love Vernon Davis this year. We got the Freddie Jackson versus C.J. Spiller show. And I think that, while I've always liked Freddie more than Spiller, I think Spiller has a better shot at just breaking one. So
he's a faster guy.
Yeah.
I think he's a little younger.
Yeah, I mean
I agree with you.
And I love Ray Rice. I think that's well documented. But I just think this week Henry runs into a little trouble. That's all. I guess.
Very possible. So let's recap. So we're against each other on 2 of them now. I think.
Yep.
Good. Good. Let's break it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Battle of 2 and 3s.
Yep. THB at Uncle Jerry.
One of my favorite kind of matchups. We'll see who gets back on the right track, who continues the path of suck.
Yeah, that's a big one. It's a big one.
Sean Green's on your team, Osterman. Harry boys win this. They're idiots, but they're not dumb enough to have Sean Green on their team.
Right.
Harry boys win.
I think I can't imagine you flex 2 kickers again here. I just can't. So I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm taking you. Harry boys have
We're so dumb.
they've got Jimmy Graham on bye.
Yes.
And he's got the ankle issue,
That's
but neither here nor there. Still can't imagine Turner is gonna do anything. I just can't see it.
No, there's too many other weapons. Gonzalez, Julio.
I mean, he might get a touchdown. He's really played above what expectations were.
No, he's actually very under the radar, and that is good. But he's getting up there. He's getting a little slower.
I just think they throw all over the Raiders.
It's the Raiders. How do you not just go pass happy?
He might get some junk time stuff, but
he could catch one and get in the end zone.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe, but
that's true.
I like where you're going with that.
Yeah, I mean, just basically this week for me, process of elimination. I think Roethlisberger has a huge day against Tennessee, though.
It's a good matchup for him.
But unfortunately, he's playing Aaron Rodgers.
A fired up, angry Aaron Rodgers, and he's an MVP guy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, really no reason other than I just think the big matchup plays for the Harry boys cancel out with what Uncle Jerry's thrown out there.
Not to mention, this is another battle of the suck. We'll just see which one of you suck less. Really, this is a real crapshoot.
Right. Yeah, we'll see.
Emphasis on crap.
But I think it might be tight. I mean, it might be tight.
Right.
And, I'm actually hoping that J-Man gets high points one of these weeks.
Well, so we don't have to pay him?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, then you and I can go on our meal at the
that's right.
Northwestern.
I don't know if you know this, J-Man, but we actually get to spend that money, and it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we just head to the Northwestern and pay for it with our...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Drinks are on us.
Yeah. Next one, Rhonda Beatty, Daddy Long Dick. Another big one for DLD.
Real big one.
Yep.
I guess it's kind of my policy to go against people we interview. I'm going to actually go against my better judgment, and just for once, this might be the only time I do this, I'm going to go with Daddy Long Dick on this one. Just so he can't say I never picked him.
Holy smokes.
Just so you can't say it,
Wow. I'm going the other way.
I don't blame you.
We might be going the other way on 4 of the 6 matchups.
4 of the 6.
Holy
4
shit.
of the 6.
That's great.
I love it.
Yeah, Peanut, I'm just not going to pick you. I mean, I don't, similarly with your wide receiver stuff,
Right.
I don't like to pick teams coming off these ridiculously high point weeks. I feel like they're bound.
Understandable.
And again, I don't give a shit what you got going. You're still starting Chris Johnson and Jock Jizz.
Jock Jizz.
What are you doing?
Turner is going to get more action than Jock Jizz.
I just can't handle it.
The anxiety I will have during this game.
Yeah, and it's weird because, I mean, early in the year I really wanted to stab Rhonda Beatty in the heart.
Oh, sure.
But I really turned it around for me. Really turned it around. I really like what he's doing here. So I don't really have much else to add.
No, I mean, it's a good idea to take Rhonda Beatty. This is an upset pick for me. I just want to say I picked him once, so, Maddie didn't let me down. Let's see what you do. I'm putting you on the spot this week.
All right.
I'm already down and I need a bold move.
I'm not putting you on the spot. I want you to hypothetically die. Not like really, but hypothetically I want you to die in the fantasy world. So
That'll be good.
that's about it, huh?
That'll be good. I think so.
Yeah.
That's about all we have to cover.
That's all we got.
Well, I'm looking forward to week 6.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, starting a few hours here, I'm pumped up about it.
Should be a good time. We got a football game coming up, so let's see how this week pans out.
Yeah.
So, well, he's Trip Tipplehorn the third.
Yeah,
Tipplehorn the third. Hang on.
There you go. Top her off. There it is. Try that one more time.
He's Tom Triplehorn the third.
Yeah, we got Ken You Betcha here.
Fellas, this has been the Sports Rendezvous.
Thanks for showing up, boys.
We'll see you next week.